Welcome. New followers, welcome. Thank you for the follow. And let's get started. Hope you all are doing good today and that you're staying safe. Very important. I was so tired that I had to take a little nap before the stream. I was afraid I was going to miss it. I was going to be like, nope, I need a power nap. I cannot miss my stream. Hello. How goes everything? Hope you all are having a nice day. It's a nice and sunny day where I am. It's a little chilly. But can't complain. And so, how this one came about is I thought, hey, you know what, people do these weird object combinations, but those are usually photoshopped. So I thought, well, what if it wasn't photoshopped? What if I did weird combinations hand drawn? And so that's what. Oh, hey, Mikey. Hi. What's up, man? Thank you for the follow. And so I created this weird sunflower cone thing, and it just sort of took on a life of its own. Hi! How's it going? Just coloring some of my art, because that's what I do on here. That and Rocket League, so. Well, Rocket League is on Thursday night. Today is art day. Usually I take time to, yeah. Thank you. Normally I do my art streams as an excuse to work on some pieces to get ready for conventions, but since the virus happened, I'm just using it as an excuse to be chill and to keep calm. So. And I use a mixture of items here. I use watercolor pens, plus I use colored pencils, like neon and metallic. It makes it super bright and poppy. And as for the generic music, I have to use something that won't mute the video, so. Thank you. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to believe that my stuff is awesome when people follow and unfollow with a drop of a hat. That people tell me not to worry about that. So I'm trying not to. And so I specialize in different stuff. Like, I used to do digital art streams, but then I'm like, you know what, I'm better with a pen and paper, so let's switch it up to traditional. And so I had to get what I could to get the traditional setup. And so I got what I could with a $50 budget. It's just a lap desk and some lights. Which is not too bad. Yeah. Exactly. As for artwork, I've been sharing my artwork for 12 years now. Started when I was 13. My 13-year-old self would have been amazed if they found out that not only did I have a convention table for 2 years now, but I've also volunteered at the Comic-Con 3 times in a row. Let me tell you though, badge distribution is a really boring part of volunteering. They tell you, oh yeah, passing people lanyards is super fun, but it's not. I put my sharpener somewhere. There. But I worked my way through it. Dang it. The struggle is real. I sharpened a pencil and then it just collapsed after being sharpened. This is why I usually just use markers. This one's just a warm-up, and then I'll color another piece, and then we'll see if I can color a second or a third one. Really depends. Sometimes I just do 2. I was coloring a mushroom a week ago, so I might want to finish that one. The mushroom forest that I was working on. was really tired. I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today. I almost slept past my streaming time. Or at least my start time. But no way am I going to miss this. I'd say the hard part about doing this is the finding out where to put the lights. Because sometimes the lighting that's required for the drawing depends on the composition and where, how big it is. You'd be surprised what kind of weird angles I have to get at sometimes to color these. And I know it's a cliche to say that art teachers didn't like artwork in art class, but some of my art teachers liked my work, and some art teachers said, hair doesn't flow like that. Yeah. And I thought art was about expression, not repression. And then I knew that being an animation student, I'm going to be confined in campus most of the day. So I might as well take advantage of my college's gym. So I took workout classes. And I'm not going to say I'm a bodybuilder, but I'm pretty jacked for a chubby girl. I'm not going to be lifting any bars up anytime soon, though. But I did enjoy using dumbbells and being active. Plus, it strengthens my arms so that they don't get so tired easily. And so, yeah, I usually like to tell people a little bit about myself in between the comments, because that's what instructional videos said to do, talk about yourself, and I feel that's kind of narcissistic, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Damn, they want to get to know you, the streamer. I'm sarcastic as hell, but most of it's jokes, so. I gotta say, I heard about Deadpool being in Fortnite. If Deadpool isn't making fourth wall breaks about Disney and selling out, then it's not Deadpool. Of course, I don't play Fortnite, so I'd play Halo. I'd play Halo Slayer matches if I had an Xbox, because I love Halo. But all I have is a PS4. It's I want to do story-based games, but because of my mental delay, I'm afraid that people are just gonna leave, because it usually takes me a bit of a time to, yeah. Halo's fun. I played the first one 4 times. Hey Exodus. I usually just played the firefight mode in Halo Reach. I don't think I ever won a single firefight, though. I just like shooting things. But that's my fault, though. I had put it on legendary mode. I purposely wanted to... Venom and Detroit Become Human. I just have to do the dark storyline. I did the peaceful route already, but I'm not sure I want to because I don't know why. I always go more towards the pacifist route when given a chance to be violent. I just don't see the appeal in violent routes in video games. Hey, thank you. I hope you have a good stream too. Or that you had a good stream if you already streamed. Sorry. I need to work on this response thing. A lot of people say that my artwork will speak for itself and that I don't have to say anything, but one of the reasons why I got Twitch in the first place was to practice talking to people. Hope everyone's having a chill day. It's definitely a good day to be drawing where I'm at, but I know other people might be dealing with snow and other stuff. I've been staying at home mostly. Some days I go out in the patio and I draw outside, just so that I don't, yeah. That's good. I've never been outside of state. I've always kind of stayed where I'm at, so I always like to hear about other states, what their weather is like. I'm in California, so it's almost always sunny here. Which is, it's fun and boring at the same time, because sometimes when it's just sunny all the time, oh, it's a perfectly normal day. But it doesn't feel like that, you know, sometimes. And then I mostly been spending quarantine drawing. I post 2 or 3 pictures a day on my Twitter and Instagram, but I actually do about 8 or 9, so I'm sparing you guys from being multiply spammed in the same day. I find on days when I upload more than one picture, people tend to go, "What are you doing?" Oh no. That's my, accidentally picked up my Wacom pen by mistake. One of these days I might do a digital art stream for old time's sake. It's just sometimes my laptop would freeze or would not respond to the pen, to the Wacom pen's touch. So I'm like, there's gotta be a simpler solution. And everyone's like, why don't you just do traditional? And they said it to me, like, matter-of-factly. Like, I should have known the answer the entire time. There, that's better. The lighting in my house sucks, so one of these days I'll get more lights. But for some reason, the lighting in our house, even with my bedroom light and my little what's it like in what's it like there? Is it really cold or Does it rain a lot? Hmm. 55? Yeah. The problem is I have to get a job. I took a break from a job to work out in school, and what a great idea that was because yeah. Like how do you guys get like hurricanes or tornadoes or just snowstorms? I think I have to turn down the music a little bit on this one. There, I turned down the music a little bit so that so I'm not yelling. It's been kind of raining and then snow and then getting sunny again and then raining. That's Bay Area weather. We usually just get sunny or rainy or sometimes partially cloudy. Wow. That's crazy. Me and my family plan on moving near Portland, Oregon, so I've been told by mom and dad that it might snow. And then it might get rainy. And then that's it. This feels like a fall piece. Sometimes I end up doing different work for the season that it actually is. Like the mushroom one feels like a spring piece, but these colors remind me of fall. So I usually like to just pick a random drawing to color. Let's do these. I did hold on, let me pull back just a second. Sometimes getting the camera angle right is the hardest part. Lower the camera. Tilt. There. This feels like a lava lamp piece to color too. Speaking of lava lamps. Ooh. I've always wanted one when I was a kid. So when I got one, like a year ago for Christmas, I was super excited. I was like, no way. I rushed to my room to set it up. I'm like, I want to plug in the lava lamp right now. What's being in a... What's it like being in a town that has tornadoes? I mean, do you have to barricade your doors? I was like a little kid. I was like, yes, finally. After 15 years, I get my own lava lamp. Because my older sister had one before me. And I was super jealous. I know it's wrong to be super jealous of other people's gifts. And I try really hard to be grateful when I get a gift that's unexpected. And I was like, yeah, this is great. Wow. That's crazy. When I started drawing so much, a part of me, like, for quarantine, a part of me is like, I can't draw too much. I gotta spare my art supplies, because they might not consider craft stores to be essential. But then another part of me is like, screw it. It may or may not be the end of the world, and I'm gonna draw. Wow. For the first few days of quarantine, I went roller skating for about an hour, and then I went right back home and I made sure to change my clothes afterwards, just in case. My wheels are cracked, so I can't skate anymore, but it was fun while it lasted. And I'm more of a casual street skater. I know how to dodge cars when skating down the street, but I don't know any fancy tricks or anything. There's not a lot of tricks you can do with rollerblades. Or maybe I'm just not that creative when it comes to skating. Yeah. Hey, Hollow. What's on? Always glad to hear from you. Always glad to hear from people in chat. I'm a better streamer when I have people to talk to. When I don't have anybody to talk to and it's just me, I end up just not saying anything. Because I lose track of who's coming in and who's not. How's your day going, Hollow? My day's been good so far. I totally get it. I used to write all the time. I used to write stories with girl heroes in it. Like my own Marvel Cinematic Universe, except it was mostly women. I haven't written anything in a while, but I have been trying to work my way up to posting pages for my comic again. I wanted to teach people about color theory. So I was like, what if it was a manga? And what if you didn't know you were learning color theory and it was just a story? I gotta do some world building first, but then I can get to color theory and the art jokes. That's good.
Want a break from the ads? If you tap now to watch a short video, you'll receive 30 minutes of
Shut up, Spotify. I always get embarrassed when that pops up because that means I can't afford the premium. Sometimes the cliches about working at a coffee shop to make a living for artists is true. I'm feeling okay, Hollow. I took a little nap. I'm still a little tired, but that's because I've been staying up drawing to prepare for these streams. I got plenty of stuff to color. I always try to sketch ahead of time. I was catching up with my coloring, and so I had to sketch more. And then that sort of got out of hand. And now I think I'm too far ahead. Now I feel like I need to do longer streams just to color it all. Did your teachers ever have a pencil like this? Mine did. There's always like, let's correct your test paper with bright red colored pencil. This one's kind of tucked in the corner, so I'm just gonna... Sometimes when I'm stuck on what to draw, I look it up on Pinterest, and other times I just close my eyes and think of something. And sometimes that turns into something else. Sometimes I plan on creating a character or drawing a character and it ends up becoming something else. Becoming? Yeah, it ends up becoming something else entirely. Like one time I wanted to try to draw Woody from Toy Story, and then it ended up looking more like, I don't know what. Thanks. Wait, me or the drawing? I know I usually wear my glasses during my art streams. I don't technically need to see with them. They're more for distance, and the drawing looks a bit more three-dimensional. But my glasses are dirty right now. Thank you, Hollow. She just seen me a few days ago. My hair was a mess. For some reason, when I got out of the shower and my hair dried, it turned all frizzy, like I got electrocuted. Yeah. I'm trying to take necessary precautions. I'm staying inside for the most part. I mean, that's nothing new for me. I don't have any friends to hang out with, so I wouldn't have any excuse to go out to begin with. I can't tell if that's sad or if that's a good thing. In this instance, my lack of social life is saving my life. Because I got no friends to peer pressure me into going out. All my friends are on Discord. So I might meet some of them one day, I might not. But all I know is that I'm grateful that they're here to support my streams. Even if it's just for a few seconds. I know other people got other stuff to do. So what's your writing, Hollow? Sometimes I write poems, and other times I write an epic chapter story. I haven't posted any poems in a while. What are you writing? I know sometimes people don't like it when you ask that. I know sometimes when people ask me what I'm writing, I get kind of nervous and say, oh, it's nothing. I'm like, oh, the most epic story about the months of the year getting together and forming a team called Yearly Village. Ooh, vampire story. People always say I need to find somebody else to edit my work because my grammar sucks. And I can't argue with that. There's the lava lamp. Number 2. And then I can move back on to the mushroom forest that I was working on. I just want to do a little bit of some warm-ups. And who doesn't love lava lamps? I was actually looking up how to make homemade lava lamps. And they're not actually that hard to make. I just need to find glow-in-the-dark paint and one of those water bottle jugs. Grammar is a very fickle creature. Oh yeah, it is. Like, my name is a good example of that. Like, my name's Kira, but people are probably gonna mispronounce it as Kyra because they sometimes forget that Y makes an E sound. It's like part of the I after E except after C rule. It's very confusing. Sometimes when I tell people my last name, they're like, oh, Mackenzie, like from Outlander. I'm like, yep. We were clansmen. We were noblemen. We had a king and queen, and we have our own motto and shield. Really cool to learn about your family history, isn't it? I used to use one of those apps, Hollow, where you could generate a writing prompt, and one of them said, explain, hold on, I'm getting there. Sometimes it takes a while for my brain to catch up with what I'm saying. One of the prompts were, explain the modern era to a 1950s dude. And I'm like, we have driverless cars and virtual reality and augmented reality. So that's hard to distinguish what's real and what's not. I wonder what a 1950s dude would say to that. When I was looking up different lava lamps on Pinterest, I saw this one that was shaped like a squid on top. I was like, I gotta draw that. Apparently there's a customize your own lava lamp website, kind of similar to customizing your own Converse. I'd like to do that one day. I'd like to customize something one day. I thought about getting a custom PS4 controller with fire crystal written on it in red and gold, because that's the colors for this channel is red and gold. But I decided against it because I was like, Usually custom jobs are really expensive. A girl can dream. That way, when people come over and they want to use my PS4 controllers, they can't steal my controller because it would have my name on it. Or my streaming name, anyway. They'd be like, I don't see your name on it, and then I'd show it to them. I have a cup. I got a cup on, what's it called? Teespring. I got a cup on Teespring. It says my name is Kira, like a name tag. I love that cup. And that way, if someone's meeting me for the first time and I'm drinking something, I don't have to say a word. I could just hold up the cup. I like to do these little art studies where I draw the same object in different ways to practice drawing objects. Like, I just drew, let's see. Hey, what's up? I just drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I drew 7 different types of lava lamps for this piece. And I didn't even know. Hi. How you doing today? I'm doing good. You guys would laugh at my shirt. My shirt is the Straight Outta Compton design, but instead of Straight Outta Compton, it says Straight Outta Pencils. I usually like to wear an art humor shirt or a graphic shirt for the art streams. It gets me in the artsy mood. Exactly. I knew when I was on Amazon I wanted to get a pun-related shirt. I almost bought Let It Go. Like Vincent Van Gogh. I almost got a Let It Go shirt. Yeah. Yeah, I know times are scary right now. I don't want to sound too preachy because people have heard the same thing over and over again in multiple different ways. And people handle stressful situations in different ways too. My way of handling it is not to pretend that it doesn't exist, but to try to keep a level head. And it's hard to do that when people constantly remind me of what's going on. You know what I mean? One of these days, I want to set up a whiteboard and just do Pictionary with you guys. Because I'll write up random objects and put it in a hat and then try to draw them. That'd be fun. And that's another lava lamp down. It's all about lighting with lava lamps, and that's pretty obvious. I don't know why I'm saying that, I just need to say something. So the original one was black, but maybe I could do a different squid color. Let's go with blue. I get why they did the squid color, because they wanted the bubbles to look like ink. Like the squid is doing. Sorry. Itchy. I'll be sure to wash my hands afterwards. Blue's my favorite color too. I'd say that the primary colors are my favorite. Red, blue, and green. Because without them, we wouldn't be able to get purple and other colors. I'm not a huge fan of yellow and orange. I know they're important. Yes. I don't know how you're able to tell that. But yes, I'm a lefty. I'm a lefty when I'm doing traditional work. When I'm doing computer work, I switch to my right hand. So I'm actually ambidextrous in a way. I didn't like the digital art streams because I had to use a hand that wasn't my dominant hand. It felt uncomfortable. And now it feels more comfortable to do art streams. Same with my throwing and catching. I can technically throw with my left hand. I just can't throw it as far. Yeah. I'm a left batter and a right thrower. So if I were to pitch to you, I would be pitching with my right hand. That's how weird I am. It's because I trained myself to use both hands when it comes to throwing and catching, because when you don't have anybody to catch with, you kind of have to play catch by yourself. No more dreading up past memories. Yeah, it is cool. I can take two Batman rockets and a birdie, and I can just do like a drum line with them. I can just like throw and catch it while running. It's pretty interesting talent. So, just to let you know that for Thursday, for Rocket League night, I plan on doing something unique. I'm part of this Discord called the Joker Society. Some of you might be from there. I know that. I don't know how to say your name. Is it Tyrmoni? See. This is why I don't even bother trying to say names. I know that the other guy in chat is part of the Joker Society, but I plan on squatting up with people, and I want to see what playing with other people is like, because maybe that will spice up the game a bit. I usually play alone in one-on-ones. Oh, tier. Okay. I'll remember that. Did you know? This is a fun fact time with me. Here's a fun fact time with Kira McKenzie. How to Train Your Dragon is Mjolnir. Oh, okay, so Tyr Mjolnir. Okay, I'm gonna remember that next time. So, fun fact. How to Train Your Dragon is, most of the names and stuff come from Norse mythology, and so does Thor, which is why in in How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World, and in Ragnarok, they refer to Berk and Asgard as not a place, but the people. Isn't that cool? Alright. Thank you, Tyr. I'll get better at names. I just have to hear it pronounced or read out loud, and then I get it. Gosh darn it, there's an airplane. It's kind of weird to know that some people are still traveling during all this. Like, I would not want to go anywhere. That'd be like me picking a Scottish folklore for my name. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna walk around with a mask, but I'm also not gonna not be cautious. Exactly. Which is why I'm not gonna pick anything Gaelic, because people won't get it. You know what's weird is I have not watched the Witcher show yet somehow Toss a Coin to Your Witcher has ended up being stuck in my head, even though I've never seen the show. I do have Netflix, and it's in my to-do list to watch. I've just been too busy catching up with Arrow and rewatching Once Upon a Time. I like Once Upon a Time. I'm getting back into the Captain Swan mood. I don't doubt it. I kind of, now that I have more of an audience that watches me no matter what I do, I can finally go back to doing the Twitch Sings stuff. Because I stopped doing Twitch Sings because no one really watched it. And for me, sharing my voice with people is a very intimate thing. Because normally I don't sing in public or I don't sing in front of people normally. So the fact that I was willing to share my voice with people was a big deal. Yeah? I'll give them a read. If there's like a Kindle version, because I don't want to go out to a bookstore right now. Too risky. If you think food is bad, yeah. It's just, it's easy for me to do it through stream because you guys can see me, but I can't see you. If it were in person live, like if I were in front of an actual audience and not a online audience, I wouldn't be able to do it. I get bad stage fright to the point where I start to stutter and my body starts to shake. Yeah. Like, whenever my class is talking about doing a presentation of the animation and they tell you you have to get up in front and show everyone, that's like my worst nightmare. No joke, I've had nightmares about teachers saying, for this assignment, you need to present. I'm like, no! And then I wake up in cold sweat. I used to be terrible in front of crowds too, yeah. It takes practice. Like when I go to the park and I go swinging, I have my headphones on, so I can't hear what anybody is saying about my voice, so it's easy for me to pretend like they're not there. If they're telling me to shut up, I can't hear them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially presentations where you have to present your essay. Like, why does that matter? Just turn it in the essay. Why does everybody need to hear how you say it? I think it's just for public humiliation. See how many students can handle a presentation. I realized that when I hit go live, when I hit tweet and go live for Streamlabs, I forgot to put in Twitch Creative or art like I usually do. I just went live. I'm like, great. Normally I do little hashtags of what I'm doing, like I do hashtag Rocket League, because I heard it's a good way to get people coming in. Okay, so for these ones, they're in the little corner. That's the problem with doing little tiny drawings, is you have to let's do pink for this one. Have you guys ever seen like super crazy lava lamps? Like, you can't believe that they exist. I've seen crazy lava lamps on Pinterest. Like, I saw one that was a bomb. I'm like, what? I do not condone drugs in any way, shape, or form. If you do drugs, that's on you. But for me, some of them were like coffee table. There was like a giant lava lamp with a coffee table around it. Kind of like those fishbowl coffee tables. Some of them were skeleton shaped. Like a poison bottle, but a skeleton. Like a skull. I'm like, yeah, I could draw that, but when I did the skull planters for my cactus planter study, I had a heart attack, so not a literal heart attack, of course, but a mental heart attack. This one is like a messenger in the bottle one. It had like, it has a cork on top. And that fascinated me, so I wanted to do that one. I wanted to do this one because it was jellyfish instead of circles, which was interesting. Anytime a lava lamp has a different shape of color for the pattern, I am fascinated. So, one of my favorite bands is coming to San Francisco in August, so I'm really hoping that by August this whole quarantine thing is done, but judging by people's stupidity of still going out, that's probably not gonna happen. Because August is my birthday, or not the full month, but August 2nd is my birthday, and so being able to go to a concert as a late birthday present would be pretty awesome. And I like Shinedown a lot. I don't go to heavy metal shows often, but when I do, I love rocking out. Has anybody seen Disturbed live? And is it worth it? Because I want to see Disturbed so bad. I know, right? I don't get to go out very often. I'm usually inside my house drawing, so this quarantine thing doesn't really change anything for me. But I know for other people it's hard to stay indoors, and yeah, there was like there's like, oh my god. Okay, so there was like this show like a few years ago. It was Five Finger Death Punch, Breaking Benjamin, Shinedown, and I really wanted to go. And I think it was guest starring Skillet. I don't think Skillet was actually playing their own music. I think they were just there as like guests. I wonder how that works. Because sometimes when a band isn't there to play and they're just there as a guest, I'm like, might as well bring your instruments, right? Sorry, didn't realize that. Alright, so for the jellyfish one, sometimes I see that the liquid doesn't always match the color of the actual lava lamp bubbles. So maybe I can make the jellyfish blue and make the liquid purple. That's what I'll do. Okay. I'll be over there shortly. I'll be over there to hang out in Mitch's chat later on. I just want to finish up some drawings. Thank you, Hollow. And thank you to anybody who's shown up. You could have watched any streamer and you chose me, so thank you for that. Twitch is a big place. Maybe I'll make a Twitch lava lamp one of these days. I'll make the Twitch logo float around. I thought about doing a Jacksepticeye style one with little septic sand floating in the water. Or Game Theory, little trophies. We'll see. Yeah. I think PewDiePie would be the hardest one because his logo is a closed fist. And fists are very hard to draw. Okay, there's the jellyfish. Guess I'm doing the liquid as pink. Maybe I'll add a dash of blue in there. I don't always color combine, but when I do, it's amazing. Hands are the worst. I mean, without hands I wouldn't be able to draw, so I love them, but I also hate them. It's a very complicated situation. There you go, I'll just make the bottle blue. I was so nervous when I first started doing this, and now it's been about 3 months since I've done traditional art streams. My first few streams for traditional art were so bad. I don't blame people for unsubscribing to me on YouTube when I exported them. But now I've gotten more confident in my abilities and where to put the camera. Sometimes though, sometimes the camera gets off kilter still. But then I recover and fix it. Yeah, it's normal for artists to have a low opinion of themselves. I try not to be that way. Exactly. I'm still practicing talking to chat and then looking at the camera. Because sometimes I'm like, where's the camera? Like, there it is. Hi. And so for this one was a light bulb, but it had a little tree inside of it. It had like a design. It was like a cross between a lava lamp and a snow globe. Exactly. I'm used to people. Hold on. Let's just say I've been wanting to be an artist since I was a little kid, and I'm used to people telling me that my chances of doing stuff are low and that it's competitive, and that they wouldn't blame me if I found another profession. But for me, I can't imagine not doing this. You know what I mean? Alright, so for this one, I'm just gonna do super clear blue to show the illusion of glass, because that's how it was in the reference photo. I think I'm gonna color one more piece, and then I'll move on to support people in Joker, or watch some of my favorite art streamers. I normally raid an art stream during art night. Then on game night, I usually raid a game. So I'm gonna be taking you guys to a guy named Freakmeister1. He does dogs. This is a page of my comic. It's called Color Palette. I'm currently working on the 3rd volume, so that's a work in progress, so you don't want to see that. Okay. If I remember correctly, I was doing my fungi forest. So let me go over there. There we go. I said I was going to finish this one next week, and I keep my promises. It's on the final stages, so. Sometimes I forget what page a drawing is at. So when people see a work in progress on the art stream, I get scared. I'm like, no, don't look at that. That's not done. And some people ask, why stream the coloring part and not the full drawing? And I said, well, it will take ages. It takes me 2 hours to do the line art alone. And it takes 2 hours to color, so it would take 4 hours. My stream would be 4 hours if I did that, and I'm not sure my hands would be able to handle that. Maybe one day I'll work my way up to 4 hours. Until then, 2 hours is pretty long. So. Just. Sometimes when I'm holding the sketchbook and pulling out a pen, the lid gets stuck. There. Yeah. And then for the digital art streams, they took longer. Like sometimes it took me 3 streams just to finish coloring an art piece. 3 streams. Which is why I'm glad I'm not doing that anymore. And as for interacting in Twitch, I started streaming almost 2 years. It will be my 2-year anniversary in August 25th. And I'd say my actual first stream on Twitch was the 27th, because on the 25th I just uploaded something that I created. I didn't actually stream it. It was back when premieres were available to everyone. So I premiered it. With these big landscape pictures, I try to take my time with them. I won't say I rushed the lava lamps, but I could have blended more colors together. Maybe for next week. Pearl, stop that. My dog is scratching, and it's causing her little bell to ding. You wanna say hi to everyone, Pearl? Come here. Here. You see her? Hi, Pearl. Alright. She's kind of camera shy. Yep. She is a Border Collie Australian Shepherd mix. And she's got 2 different eyes. She's got brown and blue. Okay, that does it for the side mushrooms over here. Now I gotta move on to the... Oops. Now I gotta move on to the other stumps. There goes the pen drop. think there's ever been an art stream so far where I haven't dropped my pens at least once. Focus. Use the force camera. Focus. There we go. Okay. All I can say is for people who plan on going into landscaping, be prepared to deal with a boss who has you go watering plants when it's raining. I used to be in tree care, and I used to water trees that were on mediums. So it was my job to go out there with a little tiny vest and stop traffic. And people loved me for that. I suddenly have like a sympathy for people who do street work. Now that I know what they have to deal with. Some people are just so mean. Boy, I don't know how to finish this coloring. You could say I'm stumped. Just kidding. Stop. I'm gonna stop now. So the key with this is blending a whole lot of it. Let the colors live where they want to live. Don't be afraid to try different combinations. You might be surprised what colors go good with what. That's my philosophy. If I didn't mess around with color every now and then, I would not know that blue and gold are surprisingly cool together. Sometimes combining a warm and a cool color creates something interesting. Oof. I think I might just work on these two stumps over here, and then I'll save the water and the trees and the rocks for next time, because my hands are starting to cramp up. Coloring is a surprising workout for the arms, particularly the wrists. Here, I'm gonna move it so that you guys can see what I'm doing. It's kind of tucked away in the corner over there. I tilt it like this. There we go. These mushrooms, I'm thinking blue. Like a light blue, almost gray. In fact, I could. Okay. Looks like it's another ad break. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna color these other mushrooms over here. And then I'm going to shade this stump a bit more so it looks more like a stump and less like something flat that came out really lame in my, but you know what I mean. So I'm gonna take out this light green and we're gonna add a few bits of moss here or there. Make it look like it's in a forest. If you told me that coloring moss into stuff would be fun, I would have been like, no way. Coloring moss? There we go. There's your moss. And then take this one. There we go. Oops, I think that one over there was meant to be a rock, but I can transform it into a mushroom right now. This is why when you make line art, you gotta make your lines clear. Or else you'll mix up something with something else. why, but I always get really nervous during the beginning of these streams than I do in my Rocket League streams. For my Rocket League streams, I'm just like, I can do this. I got this. But for this, I'm like, oh god, what if I don't have a pencil that's sharpened? What if I run out of ink? So many things can go wrong. So, there's those. No, there's that stump. Now this one's kind of on the edge. There we go. This was one of the times when I was actually on time. Some days I'm just late and some days I'm too early. But I will say on days that I'm early, people do tend to show up more. Maybe 5:30 would be better. We'll see. Ooh, that was weird. I breathed in really deeply and my lungs did not appreciate it. I'm gonna add a little bit of golden yellow to this. To make it stand out a bit more. You know, one of these days I should try to draw with the art streamers that I watch. Some people draw with the art streamers. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. Let's add our moss again. Maybe use a darker green. There, that picks up a little bit better. There we go, there's our moss. And then let's do purple mushrooms. No fancy blending this time, just solid purple. One of the things I was trying to do was glow in the dark mushrooms because I wanted to make it look like it was nighttime. That's why I went with the darker colors for the grass. But I'm sure I can edit that post coloring. There we go. Sorry I don't say anything. Sometimes I'm just really concentrating. Okay. I'm just finishing up the detail with the grass that I established last week, and then I'll pick somebody to raid. Thank you to anybody who has followed and who has followed me on this journey tonight. The next art stream will be next Tuesday. If you want to see the line art before the coloring, I post them on Instagram and Twitter, mostly Twitter these days, because I want Twitter to be where I advertise my work for my stream and stuff. So I hope to see you guys there. My links are down below. I have them embedded into my Twitch in the info section. And I hope you create and inspire. Remember to stay safe and wash your hands. I will continue the mushroom one next week. I think it's where I'll start. I'll start with the water and work my way up. Maybe finish some details on the stump, because I feel like this one's a little bit uncolored still. And thank you for stopping by.